Check your gear and weapons. We go soon. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Nearby. Enemy soldiers nearby. Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone. Soldier, mark a drop point for your team. The gas is closing on your position. Suggest you start running. Primary objective is to This is the Gulag. Survive this, and you get to redeploy. to fight. Eyes up, soldier. Your turn. Fight your way out and you return to the front line. Lose and you're finished. It's time, soldier. Break 'em. You're going back to the front line. Great work.
SMG.
Your teammate was broken. They're no longer with us. Contract complete. Payment's been authorized. Your teammate has entered the gulag. Surviving earns them redeployment. Your teammate was broken. They're no longer with us. You got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Your teammate has entered the gulag. Surviving earns them redeployment. Check weapons and gear. You've got time before deployment. Practice is over. The real fight begins now. Resurgence. All right, soldier. Mark a drop point for your team. Be advised, gas is closing in. Proceed to the safe zone. Liv and your KIA teammates will redeploy. Any point-worthy action will return them to combat quickly. Hostile dropping into the area. Kill all targets. redeploying. Make it mean something. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy UAV active.
Nah.
Squad member is redeploying. Supply box marked. Secure the goods.
Good.
Squad member is redeploying. You're redeploying. Make it mean something. On your pilot. Enemy UAV active. Enemy dropping into the AO. Oh, right along. Yes, that's left. Friendly loadout drop on the way. Enemy UAV active.
Y'all got a mic?
You've got a second chance. Make it count.
There's one there at that boat.
Oh, I got it, dude.
What in the fuck?
Friendly loadout drop on the location.
How many's over there?
One of us all.
You got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Rather hit one than this guy.
Squad member is redeploying.
I will drive. They just left.
Heading westward.
They're getting load out.
Allied cluster strike arriving.
Contact!
Nah, he
Target spotted!
Damn, he's that loud ass sniper.
Damn, that motherfucker laser.
I'm your pilot. I'm taking fire!
A fucking hit marker, are you serious?
I'm here for you. Ground.
Hey, watch the roof. The dude on the ground is down.
Enemy cluster strike. Watch your head.
Yo, that's just blowing the fuck out of me. I'm
Do
gonna
better this time.
I see movement.
Squad
Target spotted.
members redeploying.
Good job, pussy. Good double. That's crazy. That looks happy.
You are done yet.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey, I see movement. it's not safe.
Watch your six. Resurgence will be
Yeah,
gone
man.
soon.
It's gonna be alright.
Squad member is redeployed. Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal. Positive ID on the bounty target. Let's make this quick.
Let's do this.
Hostile control. You're losing ground. Move it. Tango front. Eyes on shooter.
Wow, really? Am I back? Am I back? Where the fuck is the footsteps? Where? Where the fuck did I get shot from?
They're under the rainbow.
Like literally. Footsteps. Footsteps. No footsteps.
Oh, my chest.
Gas is closing in. Relocation.
Just calm down, bud. It's gonna be alright.
We lost that one, but we'll come back stronger next time. Check weapons and gear. You've got time before deployment. loadout bags. Cash drop inbound. Secure the cargo. Survive to redeploy fallen teammates and earn points to return them faster.
Destroy that clear package.
Squad member is redeploying. Kill all targets. Go. Enemy soldier nearby. Enemy UAV active. Squad member is redeployed. We've spotted an enemy radar jammer in your area. One of your allies is back in the game.
You're a big camper, bro. This kid with the fucking Uzi is camping in a corner.
Yo, he got me too.
Literally one after the
Resurging.
Yeah, he's over there.
Go get your
Literally
revenge.
got sent.
Enemy UAV active. Squad member is redeploying. Enemy soldier nearby. Enemy smoke. You've got a second chance. Make it count. Enemy UAV active. Check the target location. Enemy UAV active.
Like if I had him with one more bullet, he would have been dead, bro. He's camping too long. Especially for a race
Enemy dropping into the AO. One of your allies is back in the game. One of your allies is back in the game. Friendly loadout drop on the way.
I just beat that
Highlight. 25 remaining.
Why is so many people camping?
charge. Enemy team is tracking your position. You won. No rest for the week. Enemy soldiers nearby.
I'm still trying to level the ACS.
Hostile strong. Disregard that. Eyes on shooter. Into the new safe zone. Fire sale inbound. They're passing me. Troop patrol. Throwing stunner. Less than 25 remain. Use this time to train a bit. We'll be deploying soon. Watch the skies. Enemy soldiers nearby.
Let's have it.
What's up, boys?
Yo, what up?
Good. Had some luck.
Check your gear and weapons. We go soon.
Good. Oh, I'm good.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Not bad. Yeah.
Practice is over. The real fight begins now. Resurgence. Set a drop point for your team, soldier. That's gas you don't want to breathe. Make your way to the safe zone.
Alright, where we going?
To survive, to redeploy former teammates and earn points to return them faster. Stand by
What
for
hell?
orders. Hostile foot patrol. Marking target location. Acknowledge waypoint goal. Enemy dropping into the AR.
You get both.
Ah, fucker got me.
You're redeploying. Make it mean something. Go get that SMG.
All these fucking snipers, man. Want no shitty Vanguard sniper rifles?
Assault rifle mark. Enemy UAV active.
Smash that. Another fucking
Enemy
sniper
UAV
rifle.
active.
Can't believe it, bro. I've opened 4 boxes, all snipers.
Enemy UAV active.
Down, down. Someone's in my building. Yeah.
Gas is inbound. Supply box located. Move to secure.
Drop me your money.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Get that loadout.
Friendly loadout drop on the way. active. Enemy UAV active.
Heading there.
I'll take the wheel.
Coming to on the forward.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Fucking controller died? Seriously, bro?
25 remain. Solid work so far.
Dude, man.
Allied UAV overhead. Hunt them down. Enemy UAV active.
Oh,
You've got gas moving in. Good cash here.
Get to the safe zone.
Anyone need body armor? Bounty target has been marked. End them.
that rocket storage? Trust the rockets.
Enemy UAV active.
Not aim with rockets. Where do you guys find an ammunition box? Real quick.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Shoot, shoot.
Fire sale is active.
Shoot
Fire
quick.
station
Shoot
costs are
quick.
adjusted.
Pumping ammo. Anyone need me?
Yeah, I got it.
Allied cluster strike arriving. Stay vigilant. Resurgence window is about to close.
Actual, send the strike.
Back your request. Cluster strike is active. Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal. Allied cluster strike arriving.
Damn, they're all up here.
Contract time expired.
Actual, send the strike.
Allied cluster strike arriving. Gas is inbound. Back your request. Cluster strike is active. Enemy UAV active. Allied precision airstrike incoming. Be aware. Movement. Allied precision airstrike incoming. Be aware. Someone get that over. You're being tracked by an enemy team. Tread carefully.
Yo, there's a whole squad up there.
You got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Allied precision airstrike incoming. Beware. Allied precision airstrike incoming. Be aware.
I'll rip them with another very. He's still there.
Stand by for coordinates.
That's all good.
Only 10 are left. Anyone need body armor? Have eyes on gas mask.
So,
There.
I didn't make it well.
Honey.
Have eyes on gas mask.
It's lagging hard right now for me.
Allied cluster strike arriving.
Oh, bro. Oh, fuck, I got one. He's under the chimney. He's on me now. Okay, bro. I got skins. I got skins. Bro, grab those skins. Ah, fair enough. You're not gonna make it.
Only a few others stood between you and victory.
It's a long trip.
It was now a pillar.
You can go upstairs. You can watch your TV. I don't know which one to watch. I don't think it matters.
I know which one.
Holding for deployment. Take this time to ready up. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy dropping into the AO. Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch Insurgents. Mark a drop point for your team. You'll lead them in. Be advised, gas is closing in. Proceed to the safe zone. Live and your KIA teammates will redeploy. Any point-worthy action will return them to combat quicker. Confirmed. Let's get to work. Our intel says there's a black market nearby. Let's find it. Do better this time. Expedition. Pick up the pace. Heavy loadout drop on the way. Sighted on target. Enemy UAV active. Contract failed.
Going this way.
Better luck next time. One of your allies is back in the game. Gas is right in the tail.
We need radar. Deploy recon.
UAV beginning flyover.
Bro. What is it? They're still fighting zombies?
You're being tracked by an enemy team. Tread carefully. Allied precision airstrike incoming. Be aware. One-man base redeployed. One in the ditch. Get ready. UAV out of fuel. Turning for resupply.
Y'all seen a
Enemy cluster strike. Watch your heads.
Come on. Call for fire.
Got your request. Cluster strike
Fight
active.
through it. Send up.
Purple, you still need the loadout?
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Gas is closing in. You are taking the bait.
Go purple, when you come back.
neutralized.
entering the field in a bit. Enemy soldier nearby.
Yo, what up? I get it.
Enemy soldier nearby. Practice is over. The real fight begins now. Resurgence. All right, soldier. Mark a drop point for your team. That's gas you don't want to breathe. Make your way to the safe zone. Fallen allies will redeploy as long as you remain alive. Earn points to bring them back to the action faster. Enemy soldier nearby. Enemy UAV active.
Oh wow, I gotta go.
Find the objective. Eliminate. Attack. Squad member is redeployed. Enemy UAV active. Supply box located. Move to secure.
They outside.
Contract updated. New objective identified. Enemy soldier nearby. Next objective updated. Primary objective accomplished. All supply boxes located.
Get your supply.
Oh. Oh, it's a sniper.
Squad member is redeploying. Enemy UAV active. Right there.
You down yourself in right now.
Squad member is redeploying. Gas is right on your tail.
Other guy is sniping from the top.
Enemy UAV active. Allied cluster strike arriving.
They're gonna go to the fire station.
Come here.
Under here. Get your supply.
headed your way.
On top of the lighthouse, yeah.
Squad member is redeploying.
Where is he? On top of the lighthouse.
Enemy UAV active. You've got a loadout drop inbound.
I need to go put plate. So plate box right here. Thank you, Lord. Hey, you want any plates? Drop the plate box.
Right there. Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
No, stop.
I hope y'all said okay.
Mercenaries called in a supply chopper to
Drop my
offload
plate
their
box
cash.
down.
I'll get it. We'll see. I'd say to handle
Okay,
it.
push them.
I see movement. Enemy UAV active.
Yo, nice shot.
Oh, we don't have any munitions.
I see
Anyone
movement.
wants to drop money from the munition box?
Enemy UAV active.
Anyone buy munition box? Got it.
Cash over here.
I need more money.
He said he's staying here.
Cash bundle mark. I see movement right there.
This box going down here.
Going this way. Anyone need it?
Right there.
Stay alive, stay alive, stay
Thank
alive.
you,
stay-
thank you, thank you.
Down.
There are 24 enemies active. Kill them all.
Got a guy in the tower right here. Moving up. That guy flying in.
I see movement.
Yes,
Gas is moving. I see movement.
yes, on my left.
Enemy UAV active. Right there.
Oh my god, I really missed all those shots. That's crazy. Oh.
Get to the safe zone. Right there. Right there.
Gas
Enemy
coming.
UAV active. Allied UAV overhead. Hunt them down.
Guys right here up top.
I keep moving. Right there. Enemy soldiers nearby. Kill. Fire sale is active. Fire station contact. I'll get it. Hold still. I see movement. Stay vigilant.
Oh, they're
Sergeant
down right
Imondo
here.
is about to
One's
close.
down right here.
Hostile dropping into the area. Contact. Fire sale done. Prices are back to normal.
Fully outside that you can get behind them.
Get up and get payback. Reinforcements are on the way. I see movement. Enemy precision airstrike. Stay alert. Enemy dropping into the AO. Reinforcements disabled. Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Got those gas masks.
Reinforcements
No
are on
joke,
the
like,
way. Enemy marked.
Jesus.
Got a claymore set.
Hey, I'm getting chased like a mug.
Gas is inbound. On to rally point. You're being tracked by an enemy team. Tread carefully. On to destination.
Ignore that.
Stop wrapping your stuff in.
Wait, what?
I see movement. I see movement.
Fuck.
I see movement. Got me sighted. Contact. Come out on top. Remain out.
Oh, fuck off. Where's that fucking stuff? You got the
Keep moving.
There's one in the gas behind the big rock behind the truck. Oh, this is one guy.
There's nothing.
shit left.
After him hit my giraffe, he started doing this.
Only a few others stood between you and victory. We lost that one. Holding for deployment. Take this time to ready up. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Here, I'll get that.
Going this way.
holding for the...
Bye, CJ. Love you.
Have a good day. Where are you going?
We go to Emily's.
Okay.
Setting charge.
Gas is moving.
Body armor here.
dropping into the AO. Enemy cluster strike. Watch your heads. Got a loadout drop inbound. Get to the new safe zone. Gas is closing in. Enemy UAV active. Hostile go. Setting charge. Enemy UAV active. Setting charge. Enemy UAV active.
Read the line of fire.
You're not finished yet. Right on the left. Keep your eyes peeled.
Shadow.
Gas is right on your tail.
Attention.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
We're in the safe zone. Get ready for incoming.
Enemy UAV active. Target appears hostile.
Body armor here. Body armor here.
Hostile dropping into the area. Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Nothing for
Five
you.
safety costs are adjusted.
Contact! Nothing for you.
Stay vigilant. Resurgence window is about to close. Hostile dropping into the area. Fire sales up. Prices are back to normal. Keep your senses sharp. An enemy team is tracking your location. Gas is moving. target has been marked. End them. Enemy soldier nearby. Enemy advanced UAV overhead. Be mindful. Reinforcements disabled. Enemy cluster strike. Watch your head. Enemy precision airstrike. Stay alert.
Fucking A, dude. Nice.
Contract time expired.
I see movement. I see movement.
Safe zone relocated. Come out. Ten remain. Learn from the loss and come back.
Yo.
Check your gear and weapons. We go soon. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Lay down.
Enemy dropping into the
It's
AO.
crazy now. You get the first hit. He got the mission. The mission is fucking nerve. Like hell. The fuck? Crazy.
Got that bitch.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Frag out.
Alright, bitch, you gotta go. No, dude. That little bitch is making me good.
dropping into the AO.
That boy got a
Enough
mic.
training. Now you fight a real enemy.
I got a mic.
Resurgence. That's where we are, soldier. Marking drop point.
Yeah, when y'all blue,
That's gas you don't want to breathe.
I'm
Wait
going
in the
freeze,
safe
and
zone.
that's how I like it.
Up here.
Great like that.
Fallen allies will redeploy as long as you remain alive.
Fuck!
Earn points to bring them back to the action faster.
They got the biggest gun in the fucking game.
X-ray spotted.
You're a bitch. That Santa look like a little fucking me.
Kill all targets.
Hey, go up top.
Go.
Purple, go
One
up
of your
top.
allies is back in the game.
There's like 5 people up there. Get away.
Enemy soldier nearby. Enemy UAV active. One of your
I got you.
allies is back in the game.
Watch out, bitch.
Bounty target is up. Take him down.
I got 4,000 cash. I'm gonna need some money from you.
Bro, what? Cut your mic. Get hit. Hey, somebody just dropped the
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can hear you now. What's up? Let me know you got more money.
Enemy soldiers nearby.
Here, I have the most money, you know. Drop it.
Alright.
Allied precision airstrike incoming.
Alright, we know. Get in there. He did. He did. He knocked. Put me up. Here, let me. Here's the
Not
blue.
done yet.
Hey,
Drop the
reload.
money. Drop the money on the stairwell. One second, I got enough. I need a few. Just a little bit more money. Hey, orange.
Here, I got some more.
Got some money from here.
Here, I got some more. Got like
I need
100 more.
I need
Extra cash if you need it.
500.
Ash two. Ash orange.
Purple.
No, orange.
Where is he?
Down here, we just died. We gotta go rifle him, alright? We gotta go good.
Let's go.
Are you right there?
Around the other side?
Hey, marker right here. He's right there. He rushed that.
Behind us?
Potentially die. Hey, he's dead, but there's another one. Look on the map. Get him. Fuck is that?
Get him. Slow.
There's two. Purple, get him. Purple dead. Hey, one knock. One alive. That dude went out in the...
I'm dying.
Practice while you can. You'll be entering the field in a bit. Hostile dropping into the area. Right.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. Ça fait quoi là-bas? On est 48 000 personnes connectées à Cavalier-sur-Mer. T'as explosé tous les compteurs.
Charlie, I don't understand the language this woman is speaking. It sounds like she's speaking in tongues because what she's doing to this child is demonic. Eh? You don't see that this child's face is getting as red as a traffic light. Maybe you should stop. Eh? And where's the mother?
Instead of just giving your daughter simple ponytail, you will take her on vacation. So that this cafeteria woman will braid her hair as if she's trying to reassemble gym rope. Come on. You don't see your daughter's face squeezing, as if somebody is doing her hair with Bengay. Eh? Madam, are you getting revenge on white people because they don't clean their chicken proper? If you continue to traumatize this white girl like this, you will end up with ghosts in your house. I will throw this from.
Deputy Rice Stopper.
Deputy Rice Stopper?
Yep.
Okay, what's your badge number?
6716.
6716, same as the truck.
Yep.
There you go. So you have to take it home every night?
Yep.
Nice. I know.
So what are you guys doing? If you don't mind
Just
me asking.
whatever's obvious.
Okay. Is there a particular reason why you're... What is it?
I don't do anything without a particular reason.
Okay.
Well, it's nothing I want to share with you. What are the ladies inside concerned about people's cameras?
Yeah.
That's telling.
Yeah. Well, you know, I understand you guys have to write the video and from the, sidewalk and stuff. And things like that.
Right.
They're concerned that you're trying to go inside
Well, I could go inside.
and that you're taking people and stuff there.
Perfectly legal to do if I wanted to. Yeah, I could put my I have a face shield in the car and put it on and go in there if I wanted to. I guess, right? I mean, I don't know. Is that your understanding? It's a public health office.
Yes, it is.
Public building, and as long as we go in there and don't attempt to go into any restricted areas or cause a disturbance, what would be the issue? Right? But we chose to stay outside, so that should be a little telling to you. I'm not looking to ruffle anybody's feathers.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just trying to understand.
I was just saying this was talking about the sun.
Your point of view, like, what are you trying to do? Like, are you like constitutionalist or what are you? I mean,
well, like I said, I don't show my hand while I'm doing what I do. After I'm done, I'd be happy to explain to you A to Z what I'm doing. But while I'm working on what I'm working on, it's not somewhere I want to go.
Are you guys from the area around here?
That's another.
No, I answer that.
Not particularly. I mean, is that something you need to know?
No, I'm just making.
They've already given you my plate number, so you know exactly where I'm from, what I'm doing. You know my name, you know my middle name, you know my date of birth. Sure you do. Well, your department does.
Well, that may be.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm surprised they didn't give that information to you. Yeah, because the young ladies in here decided to go filming cars and license plates, so they know who I am, which I have no issue with, couldn't care less.
Yeah, they have the right to do that too, right?
Like I said, I couldn't care less and I have no issue with it. Yeah, no problem.
Alrighty, sounds good,
But
thank you.
yeah, if they call you back, I mean, based on what's gone on here, I am going to throw my face shield in and go inside. These situations are not going in any 100% guarantee you that you have something is. I think that's. If you want to go hard on anybody, then maybe face out, not be thrown out, and then maybe what we're doing and the reasons behind what we're doing. Maybe people tend to take that type of explanation from law enforcement with a little more belief than they do coming from me because they don't know who I am, but they trust you. Yep. Okay. You have a wonderful day. Thank you, sir. Well, all right, guys. I think that went well. I think the sheriff here definitely.
Police are telling you to do something. Do it.
You have a gun in your
Yes, I do, because you're not listening.
You have a fucking gun
You have a weapon. Drop the weapon. Drop it.
I don't have a weapon.
Drop it now. Patio out there?
Is that?
I couldn't help but notice you're sitting on the patio behind this building. Yeah. And there's the signs for no trespassing, private property, that kind of thing. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were doing, if you lived here or you worked here. It looks like you're working, doing something, picking stuff up. Okay, gotcha. What's the actual address then?
Arapahoe?
Okay, what unit are you in?
I don't think I have to actually tell you that.
Well, I'm just checking to make sure that you have a right to be here, that's all.
I just told you I lived here.
Okay.
I told you that I'm working as well.
Okay.
That'd be enough for you.
Well, I gotta verify it, just so I know that you do in fact live here.
What do you need?
If you have an ID with your address on it, that'd be great. Well, we've had some stuff going on in this area. I'm just doing my job, just making sure you belong here, and if you do, then great, and I'll be on my way. Okay. And say, do you have anything with your address on it?
No, look, dude, why don't you follow
Just
me
relax.
and I'll just fucking leave the building, dude.
Just shut up, man.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
I'm just asking you if you have something with your address on it, then that would help.
No, I don't. How am I supposed to have something with my address?
Well, a lot of people have a driver's license.
They just carry something with their address on it?
Yeah, an ID. Yeah. So, Mr. Atkinson, can I get your date of birth, please?
Why?
I just need to verify who you are, that you belong here, that you have a right to be here. Okay?
Are you kidding me, man?
Can you have a seat, please?
No.
Mr. Atkinson.
No. None.
290 Cook 12. Can you please have a seat?
No.
Put that down. Stop. Mr. Atkinson, right now you're obstructing a police officer, which is a jailable offense. I'm asking you one more time to sit down.
I'm not doing anything wrong. And you're not going to arrest me. You're not going to do anything. Because I live here. And I didn't do anything wrong.
Last chance, sir.
What?
Have a seat.
Well, what? Well,
Sit
you're
down.
gonna arrest the
Right now I'm
person?
detaining you
You're gonna
and
arrest
investigating you
someone?
for a
You're gonna
trespass.
I fucking live here, dumbass.
Sit down. Sit down.
No.
Have a seat, please.
You're gonna tase me outside of my residence? I hope
Drop that. Put that down.
I hope the camera's on, sir.
Put that down.
No, I'm working.
You need to listen to what I'm telling you to do right now.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything.
290, we're on
I haven't done anything
the east
wrong.
side of 2333 Folsom. Subject's failing to comply, not sitting down, and he has some kind of a blunt object in his hand. I'm just going to follow until my cover gets here. Have a seat. Sit down. Sit down. Now.
Why?
Now. Do it now.
Why? Why?
I'm detaining you to investigate.
For
Investigating
what?
trespass.
I live here. You
You haven't confirmed that. Sit down.
I'm a student.
Sit I'll confirm it. Sit down now. Sit down. Then you're probably going to get tased. What I do is... Sit down. Here's what we can do. We can stand here all day.
Alright. And you can waste our resources when there's people out there committing crimes, right?
Or I can get your...
Right? Criminals, right?
I can get your name, your date of birth.
You have all
Find out. I don't have your date of birth. Yeah,
why do you need my information?
I
Why are you
explained it to
coming
you.
onto my property asking me for my information? This is where I fucking live. I don't need to give you shit. I didn't do shit. I fucking live here.
Do we just want to stand here?
I live here. Go get the fucking, go get everybody. Call everybody.
That's not how it works.
Call everybody. Then we'll have a standoff, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? This is stupid. I live here.
Hang
You
out,
came on
just
my
talk to my
property.
partner.
And you fucking took my identification, dude. I live here, not you. You need to tell me who the fuck you are.
Listen.
Yeah, you need to tell me who the fuck you are. What's your name?
And then I addressed him, and then he proceeded to walk around here, and I saw it was like a device for picking up trash, and he was picking up trash. So I contacted him, and just asked him, hey, can I chat with you? And I'm just checking to make sure that you have a right to be here. And then he initially talks to me, gives, I asked him why he's here, and he says he lives here and he works here. And I asked him for the address, and he turns and he runs it off of the building. And he won't tell me his apartment number. He gives me some kind of symbol. He doesn't have a date of birth, so I ask him for his date of birth. And then, at that point he refuses, and he starts walking away. Picks up that metal object in the bucket and walks away from me. I just follow him in the distance until the cover gets here.
So we can confirm that he lives here, right?
No, well, okay. According to him, he lives here. He just provided a unit number finally. I don't have a date of birth. I don't know who he is.
Okay. Alright, so that's, you got his information in terms of his name and all that?
I just have his name.
Okay. And, give him his ID back. Yeah. If we were to confirm he's there.
Again, though, the problem here is we're dealing with a situation that is not necessary to become this physical with. You choose to be the one that then takes it to that next level. Yeah, you have a great story. Yeah, you're a legend in the pub. But also, yeah, you're now potentially facing very serious criminal charges. And in that one battle that you won, you've now lost the war. So in our reality check this week, we're going to take a look at an incident that took place in a UK pub. Now, as you can tell from the accent, this is a place very near and dear to my heart and indeed to my genetic origin. However, I now live in Canada, so sometimes it's nice to revisit and remind myself exactly why I emigrated in the first place. When we're looking at this situation, there's the lot.
Name and Gary's number so I know who I'm talking to? Kayafa.
Hi, sir. You were talking to gentlemen in here. Pardon me? Are they going here?
We don't want to leave. They're saying here to film on the customers for. Thank you very much. No, you can't. Yeah, no, but first of all.
Do you have ID on you?
First of all, let me have a conversation with you. I was not asked to leave. Okay. I'm standing out here on public property. Okay, this is not private property.
I understand, but he doesn't want to go in the liquor store, so you can stay in the parking lot. You just can't go on the sidewalk.
I didn't go, I'm staying 20 feet back from the door, so of course I don't know.
I have to trespass you, so I need to formally
No,
acknowledge your ID.
no, what are you trespassing for? I didn't commit a crime.
I have to put it in our system, so I have to ID you.
No, that's not the way it works.
Okay.
You don't call a supervisor, it's not the way it works. I'm staying out,
I
listen.
don't want to get arrested for disorderly or anything.
There's no disorder. I'm having a civil conversation with you. Listen. Okay, I'm staying on public property, okay, and I'm not breaking the law.
But they want you trespass from their store, so I
They,
need to
they can only have me trespass. I didn't go in the store. And a matter of fact, where's their property line? Where's the property line? As far as I'm concerned, I'm not on their property anymore. I'm here talking to you.
Right, and I saw you.
Right, so, well, if I left, I left.
I know, so I need to, they want you formally trespass, so I need your
I'm
identification.
not going to get formally trespassed from somewhere I have a right to be. If you're asking me to leave under threat of arrest, then I will leave. And I'm not going to be trespassed from somewhere I have a right to be.
They are trespassing you, so I need to get your
They
identification.
can't trespass me. There's no lawful basis for trespassing.
Private property, they are
It's
allowed.
not a private property. It's owned by the state.
Do you have ID on you, or are you just going to do the same thing that he's doing?
I'd like to speak to a supervisor, actually. Nobody's breaking the law. I'm taking pictures out in public. You're going to try to trespass somebody and arrest somebody for taking pictures in public? I wouldn't do that if I was you. It's not a good idea. And a matter of fact, we're not even on their property.
I'm going to get your name, yeah, so you're free. Yeah, when they were...
They said they're investigating cameras.
I told them what I'm doing. I said I'm working on a store.
And they're taking pictures of customers.
Perfectly legal.
It is.
Of course it is. I'm in public.
They can do that. They can do that.
Yep.
No, right, no.
I'm not on your property anymore, do I? Frank, can I ask you where the property line is?
Frank, what's your last name?
Ryerson. R-Y-A-S-O-N.
Mr. Ryerson, can you tell me where the property line is?
No.
Well, then how am I supposed to leave your property if I don't know where it is?
I said you can go out in the middle of the parking lot.
I'm right in front of this building. That's not the way it works. I want a supervisor. You're not going to trespass me for perfectly lawful, constitutionally protected activity. Otherwise, you're going to be facing a very serious lawsuit. I don't want to do that either. That's not funny. It's really not funny. You just threatening to arrest me. You got to think you got a lot of serious things going on in this town, and you're threatening me with arrest for taking
I need
pictures
your
in
ID so I
public.
can formally put you in our system as your trespass.
That's not the way it works. I'm not going to formally be in your system. I didn't break the law. He asked me, when you pulled up, what was I doing? I was walking off of the property, correct? I was walking up to your car. I was walking off the property, correct? So he asked me to leave and I left. End of story. I'm not going to be trespassed from somewhere. That's unreasonable. And unlawful. Are you going to get a supervisor for me?
I'm getting whoever's coming down.
Okay. And I wish we could have had a more cordial conversation. You don't seem interested in that.
Well, I've asked you for your ID several times. I'm being
Is that a law? To comply with your demand. This is a product. Helping me with a...
Trespassing and obstructing.
So if I don't give you my ID, I...
Talking to her.
Okay. Well, if I don't give it to you, what's going to happen?
Dude, I told you right now, that's what I'm asking you to do. They want you formally trespass from their store.
How are you?
Howdy.
Good, how are we doing?
Pretty good.
Good. Can I just ask
No,
you
you're
the
talking
dad so I
to
know
her.
I'm speaking to?
You're talking to her.
Okay. Well, she's refused to answer my question.
Talking to her.
Can I please have your ID?
I will give you my ID if you're threatening me with arrest.
I told you exactly what's happening. If you cannot do it, it's a resisting charge.
Okay, well, if you're telling me you're going to arrest me if I don't give you my ID, correct?
She's telling you she doesn't want to charge you with trespassing and obstructing.
So if I
But
don't
they
give
want
you my
to
ID, I will be arrested.
You will.
You just earned yourself a lawsuit. Happy day. Good for you. Oh, I understand the law very well. You don't.
So listen, they want you trespass,
I just
right?
gave them my ID. End
No,
of story.
listen, they want you trespass,
They
right?
have no lawful reason to ask me to be trespassed.
But they do. It's their business.
There's no
right?
lawful reason. This is state property.
It's
I'm
their-
standing here taking pictures. You're going to arrest me for taking photographs in public?
No, listen,
Yes.
it's their business, right? So they want you trespass, meaning you can't come in.
Well, it's not trespass,
right?
but you just earned yourself a lawsuit.
No, they want you trespass,
No, you're
right?
you guys are the ones demanding my ID under threat of arrest. So
Well,
now,
we
now I'm going to sue you.
facilitate it, right?
Well, now I'm going to
So-
sue you. Just facilitated a lawsuit against Coeur d'Alene. And I'm going to win. And that's the way that goes. And I'm going to name you personally. And I'm informing you right now that you're violating my rights. And I'm also informing you that you're violating my rights. So you're aware of that. You just violated my Fourth Amendment rights. Oh, I
as
understand.
the business,
You
right?
don't know who I am. This is not a business. This is a public entity.
So
The
you're
state
saying
owns
they don't
this
have the
business.
right to kick out people who are
Only
being
if I'm
disruptive?
violating the law. I was not being disruptive. I was standing 20, 30 feet away from the door.
Well, I don't know what you were doing, but they want you
So why
trespassing.
would you accuse me of being disruptive if you don't know what I was doing? It's all on two cameras.
Because they want you trespass,
Well,
right?
they could want me sent
So-
to Mars. You're going to do that too? You have to follow the law, buddy. That's the way it works. Can I get a supervisor, please? I've asked 15 times. Or do I have to call 911 myself?
Do it.
You're not going to get a supervisor?
She's already called for one.
Okay. How we doing, bud?
Not too bad, how are you?
Oh, pretty lousy right now. You know? I didn't know it was against the law to take pictures in public in Coeur d'Alene.
Didn't say it was. I just got here. So.
No. Nobody knows much, huh?
Same last name, first name Benjamin. I am.
Got a gun in the bag.
Place is looking for a lawsuit.
No, I got people swore an oath to the Constitution. And you swore an oath to protect my rights. And now you've just violated my First Amendment right and my Fourth Amendment right. And you're going to learn that from a judge in court. I have very good attorneys. And you have no idea who you're messing with. No idea.
So you go places looking for a lawsuit?
No, I go places looking to take photographs and video. Yep.
So it's a state,
on public property.
It's a state-owned liquor store.
That's correct.
And
Yep.
if somebody's being, let's say, somebody.
I was not being disrupted.
Okay.
Where's your proof I was being disrupted? You don't have any.
Let's
You
say-
have no lawful reason to ask for my ID. You
let's
made a
say
mistake.
Somebody's
You
being
made a mistake.
No, can you follow my question?
Your logic is flawed. You made a mistake.
So let's say somebody goes in there and they're being super belligerent. I'm
I
not
didn't
saying that's
believe
what you
it.
did.
I don't know. Let's talk about reality, not subjective possibilities.
Well, I'm going to run this scenario by you. Tell me what you
No,
think.
why don't you run the proper scenario by
And
me,
then
which is
I'll-
what
and then I'll
happened.
talk
I'm
to you.
doing a scenario that I'm standing 20, 30 feet away from the door, not talking to anybody, minding my own business, taking video on public property, and you're going to trespass me for that. You fucked up. I'm sorry. That's a mistake, and you're going to learn that today. And it's going to cost you. You're going to lose your qualified immunity because you're aware that you're violating my constitutional rights. That's the way this game works.
No,
Yes,
not.
yes.
I'm trying to explain to you
Thank you.
I'm trying to give you a scenario.
You
Tell
can give me a
what you
scenario
think.
that doesn't exist.
And then let's talk about your
All right,
scenario.
I'll hear you out. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's your scenario?
So somebody
Now
goes
that
in
you've
there-
just violated my rights, what's your scenario?
Somebody goes in there being super belligerent. The manager says, I want you trespass.
Yes, they're being super
can they do
belligerent.
that?
They violated the law. They've caused a public disturbance.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so they
Yep.
could.
If I stand outside, minding my own business, not talking to anybody, taking
So
pictures,
in your
that's not the
scenario,
same story.
you were on the sidewalk
That's correct.
taking video,
On public property.
taking video of
On,
people coming.
on public property.
State
Constitutionally
property.
protected activity. State property is public property. That's correct.
And you're taking video of people coming in and out.
Absolutely.
And some guy comes out and says, "What are you doing?" And
I
you say,
know.
I'm just videotaping.
Well, if
things."
somebody asked me what I was doing and I said I'm in the middle of what I'm doing, I would rather not have a discussion. Thank you.
Okay.
That's exactly what I said.
And then he said he wants you
And
on
then
the
he got us
sidewalk.
far left. No, this guy can. No. You're talking about 6 different things. You're making a mistake, and I would remedy you as quickly as possible if I was you.
All right.
Seriously, and I'm not trying to give you a hard time there, Ziegler.
I was just-
What I'm trying to explain to you
saying.
is that you cannot trespass somebody from public property, which this is, unless they have committed a crime. That's the law, whether you want to accept that or not. And I asked this officer to check with the supervisor and verify what she was doing before she did it. She threatened me with arrest if I didn't give her my driver's license and identify myself. There is no lawful basis for that since I did not commit a crime and I did nothing wrong. So you have now violated 2 of my constitutional rights. And that's a major lawsuit.
If the manager wants you trespass,
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't
What
matter.
if he wanted me trespassed because I have a mustard-colored shirt on? Is that you're going to trespass me for that? He doesn't like me taking pictures on public property, so you're going to trespass me for that. Makes no sense. And it's starting to sink into your brain. I can see it. You know I'm right.
Well,
And we should have had this conversation a little more calmly and more civilly when you first got here. Because
Yeah.
I would have been happy to talk it out with you. But now
I
what
would
you've
have been
done is
interested to hear what you
you
said.
violated my rights. You
Well-
people, under color of law, have just violated my rights. You did. You're going to learn that. Well, I know you don't believe that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be making a stupid mistake.
So normally, yeah, we just don't. I know you think we do. We run around.
No, I
violating
don't think. I
everyone's
know.
rights. That's what
How do
we
you know I'm not an attorney? With many, many years of experience of doing what I'm doing. How do you know that?
I don't.
Right, you don't know anything.
Yeah.
So why don't you ask the questions when you walk up instead of being a tough guy?
Because
you have a
no,
gun
no.
and a badge on
No,
and
because,
threatening people
listen,
with arrest and being obnoxious.
She
Yeah.
had a reason to ID you, and
No,
that's
she
what
does
she
not.
was
She
doing.
had no lawful reason to
Well,
ID
I'm
me.
gonna back her play with very limited
You can
information, right?
back up her play whenever you want.
They want you trespass.
She made a mistake.
Okay. So are you gonna sue the liquor store too?
I'm gonna sue. Yeah, I'm not gonna sue anybody. My attorney's there.
Oh.
Yeah. U.S. Marshal, fugitive task force. Really? Wow. So what are we doing now, there, officer? Hey, are you releasing me from detainment, or what are you doing? Clown! Hey, clown! Asshole! Yeah, they just realized they fucked up. That's what their problem is. They just all ran away like a bunch of scared fucking chickens. Did you see that? Did you give him your name? Good. Under threat of arrest? Good. Good. Did you ask her specifically if she was going to arrest you? Good. Well, there you go, guys. That's prime example. I mean, they want to threaten me with arrest. I'm not going to get arrested. I'd rather allow them to violate my rights, and then we'll just sue them. And that's what's going to happen. I'll be on the phone with my attorney this afternoon. We finally found an attorney that'll handle these things. Very difficult. But it's a dude. They all just ran away. They all just left. I think we need to go down to the police department and speak to somebody. Yeah. Yeah. See if we. And. So, evidently the go up. Watch commander is going to come meet us here. My ID back. Headquarters.
What's this pertaining to?
Well, I was just at the Safeway / state liquor store parking lot, and I'm with my son, and we were taking some photographs out in the parking lot, taking some video. And I guess evidently the state liquor store didn't like it that we were out in the parking lot taking video. So they called your department. Your officer, K48, responded. Got there, didn't want to listen to a word I had to say about what I was doing, demanded my identification under threat of arrest, placed me under detainment. This is all on video. So I was unlawfully detained, very clearly by her. She demanded my license under threat of arrest, so I gave her my identification based on that threat. Then she handed me my license back, jumped in her car, and took off without saying another word to me, never released me from detention, never told me whether or not I was formally trespassed from the property or not, so I don't even know what happened, and I need to file a complaint against her.
Okay. And which liquor store was this again? You said Safeway?
Which street was that? Yeah, it was the one that's in the parking lot with Safeway. Or not a Safeway, I'm sorry, what is it?
Some private grocery store.
Yeah, it's a grocery store. I can get you the address, I just don't have it off the top of my head.
Is it down there on Sherman?
Was it on Sherman? I think so. Yeah, I think it was on Sherman.
Okay. Okay, so did she actually tell you that she would arrest you if you didn't provide your ID?
Yes, she did. I explicitly asked her, and I also informed her that if she did that, she'd be violating my First Amendment right and my Fourth Amendment right. She was laughing, literally laughing in my face. Thought the whole thing was very funny, which I don't think it's very funny at all. I'm with my son taking video in a public parking lot. That state liquor store is public property. I committed no crime, harassed nobody, created no disturbance, nothing. She didn't even want to hear my side of the story, and she just threatened me with arrest, demanded my identification, handed me my ID back, literally jumped in her car, like running away from me. I don't know what the hell even happened. Jumped in the car and just left. And I was yelling at her car, am I released from detainment? Am I still detained? She wouldn't even answer me, and she just left. So I have no idea if I can go back there and buy a bottle of booze. I don't know if I'm trespassed off the property. I don't know what she did. It was very shady. The whole thing was very suspicious. And I, first of all, need to know if I was formally trespassed from that property or not, obviously. Because that's a dangerous little game she's playing. And secondly, I need to file a complaint against her. And then that'll be going directly to my attorney.
Okay, well, we record every contact, so I'm going to have to check out her body camera and see what that tells me, and I will have to call you back.
Well, how do I file a complaint? I don't want to wait to file a complaint. I'm traveling, and I'm only here until tomorrow morning. And I'm here at your police department, and I'd like to officially give you the complaint now unless you refuse to take it.
Well, I think you just did over the phone. That's all it takes. I don't need you to sign anything. I don't need to necessarily see you in person. Everything you just told me is we can get the ball rolling on that and go forth with what you provided me just now.
All right, well, I want to go back to the liquor store now, so how do I know if I was trespassed or not? They're only open until 8 o'clock.
You know what? I'm going to have to call down there to the liquor store and I'll get that answered. The officer is saying that the staff wanted you trespassed, so I need to shore that up with them and make sure that that's in fact what they desire.
Well, the manager named Frank told her that he wanted me trespassed because I was outside taking pictures. So, being on public property, which that state liquor store is public property, I cannot be trespassed off of public property unless I've committed a crime, which I did not. I was never asked to leave by the officer. She never asked me to leave. Never gave me the opportunity to leave. And as a matter of fact, when she pulled up, I was walking off of the property and met her at her car off the property. So
They can decide not to let you inside the business, but you're right, it's a state property, so being on the property isn't necessarily criminal, but they can refuse service to anybody because they're a business.
right. Well, I never went inside the property, right, in the building. I was outside in the parking lot the entire time. So, and I was informed by your officer that I was being trespassed. She got in her car. She literally, I don't know what it was. It was like little kids scattering. It was like mice scattering when the cat shows up. I mean, she just all of a sudden out of nowhere, after I informed her that she was violating my rights and got a little more legal in our conversation, she just jumped in her car and left. And like I said, never released me from detention, never clarified whether or not I was trespassed. And you know, those are some serious things, and I can't really wait until tomorrow for answers about that stuff.
Well, give me just a little bit of time, and I'll review her body camera footage, and I will play back.
Okay, and as far as filing a complaint again,
If there's any truth that doesn't match up, then that's
What is going on, and welcome back to another video. So this is going to be a story time video. We ran into a little bit of drama on the docks the other day when we went fishing, where I ended up being a witness to a destruction of property case. So this story started with Devin calling me and asking if I wanted to go fishing. This is all Devin's fault. Just kidding. So we decided to do some dock fishing. Everything was going good. It was a slow day for fishing, not many bites. But most of the footage I got of this day is just from my chest-mounted GoPro, and a lot of shots were luckily filmed in the background as I was fishing, and some shots were unluckily not filmed. So I'm just going to go through the story using footage I got, and I'll just fill in the gaps of the story I don't got. So we were fishing, setting worms on our hooks, fishing for bluegill to use for catfish bait, and this story involves this man here. I didn't even see this guy until later in the story, but luckily I caught him walking up on camera. So here you see him setting down all his gear, but in this next shot he is gone. Nowhere to be seen, but this boat is pulling into the boat slip where he put all his gear. Once again, I'm using shots that I luckily just happened to film, so it's going to be very random shots that I was just lucky enough to get, and a lot of camera movement for this first part. But unluckily, I didn't capture the moment the incident happened. I wish I did, but I usually only turn on the camera when one of us catches a fish. Well, I accidentally never turned it off, so it was recording everything without me knowing. But literally seconds before the incident happened, Devin's daughter asked me if my GoPro was filming. So my camera was recording the whole time, and the most important time it should have been recording, I turned it off because Devin's daughter made me aware that it was on.
Oh, it is.
Man, this is all Devin's fault. No, just kidding. So what happened was, a guy set his fishing poles in a boat slip. He had his poles hanging about 3 feet off the dock and into the boat slip. Well, this boat pulls up, and this lady here, I don't know her name, so we'll just call her Karen. So Karen steps off the boat and is already losing her mind that there's fishing gear in the boat slip. She starts screaming, saying this is for boats, not for fishing. She's saying it over and over, and at this point she's got everyone's attention that was on the dock. Everyone is watching her. She starts moving his gear. He had a large tackle box with a minnow bucket tied to the handle. She grabs that, moves it to the other side of the dock, and sets it down. As she's walking back, she starts yelling at this other couple who were fishing in the slot next to where his gear was. She was screaming, "This is for boats, not fishing. You're not supposed to fish here." Well, she grabs his 3 rods and takes 2 steps and then just throws his rods across the deck, and one bounced off and landed in the water. And everyone saw it go in, and we all just looked at each other like, oh, wow. So let's stop there and say this. She is right. It is a boat slip made for boats, but everyone fishes there. The park ranger even said it himself. If he stopped people from fishing in boat slips, he would be down here all day. So it is a rule not to do it, but it's a rule that no one follows, including the park rangers and game wardens. Alright, let's get back to the story. So here the park ranger is asking for a fishing license and talking about everything that just happened. And while this is all happening, the guy wasn't even by his gear. He was back at his car getting more gear. So we're talking to the park ranger, and I see the guy walking up to his gear, looking for it, so I told him what happened.
She threw your stuff in the water. Nah, she threw it in. Hell yeah.
By the way, this lady here is part of all this too. I didn't know it at the time, but we will see her later in the video. She's also a Karen. 2 Karens in one spot, this won't go well for them. So the lady who threw her rod in the water starts backing her boat up to load it on the trailer, and Devin asked me for a treble hook to go help the guy try to get his pole from the bottom of the lake. And if you look in the background at the guy, it looks like he is just now starting to realize his pole is gone. I didn't hear what he said, but I heard Devin's daughter saying it was dropped in the water, so I'm guessing he asked where his pole was.
No, that's them. They're by themselves.
So the guy finally realized the lady dropped it in the water, so he starts heading over to the boat ramp, so I went ahead and followed him over there just to capture it on camera. I was pretty invested in the whole thing at this point. Also, sorry about the wind noise. During this last half, it was pretty bad.
You threw it in the water. You threw it in the water. You threw it.
I paid you
Threw it.
$200 for that reel. There's 60, there's 10 boats there.
So at this point, it was getting repetitive and stupid, so I walked off and tied on a treble hook to see if I could try and catch the rod. The fishing was super slow today, so I had nothing better to do, and recovering the rod would have been cool for the video. But while doing that, the park ranger walked down and asked if there was any witnesses as I was walking by, so I said I saw it.
So this is what I'm doing right now. My partner, I left my witness statements at the office, and he's going to bring them down to me.
Okay.
Since you weren't fishing in the slip, and you were waiting...
He wasn't even down here.
Yeah, I know. I know he was at the dock I was talking to.
Okay.
I believe it happened right before I got over here. But... Yeah. You weren't fishing in the slip. Your stuff was sitting beside. She didn't know you were coming to get on a boat. She didn't know you were fishing in the slip. Your stuff was sitting on the side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take your information. I'm going to take yours, have you fill out a witness statement, who else seen it. I'm going to take all your information, show you the cost of the pole and everything. I'm going to get back and get their information. And then I'm going to give all the information to the DA and let them take the case up on a destruction of property. And then if they choose this side, they take it up and they say, hey, you say it's worth $400.
I still got you serious.
No, I got you. If they say it's worth $400, then they'll have to do restitution, but that'll go through the county and everything, and they'll contact you and all that stuff. So, like I said,
if I catch it, no harm, no foul.
it's about 40 feet.
I know.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take all the information. We'll give it to the DA. They will... you'll be able to call them and see what they want to do, but it's going to be up to them to take the case.
Okay.
It's going to be destruction of property as well. You underneath that. I don't know if it's Class C or that'll go up to the JP or if it'll go to the actual district attorney. But I'll get all your information and I will have all this stuff sent to them and a report typed up because I'm not going to make it up to deep.
Trying to get...
What do you do if you never got to go to summer camp as a kid? You should come watch my kid all week for $150. I'm looking...
Hey, Ron. No bull. I got a man whose throat's been cut to hell. He said his son's been shot 3 times, is buried in a grave down here at Uchi, and he wants to go get it. He was buried and dug himself out. This is a bad one.
The terrifying reality of crime is that many of the most violent, brutal cases are often completely random. Or at least, to some extent, they are not thoroughly thought out or planned. Of course, lack of planning can lead to accidents and mistakes, but it also means that anyone, at any time, can become a victim. What is up, Iwu crew? Today we are going to be covering a case like none other that will leave you shocked and, hopefully, make you more aware of your surroundings. If you enjoy true crime, mysteries, and true stories, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Now, let's get into it. As a parent, one's child is their top priority. Parents teach their children to be wary of strangers, cross the street carefully, and learn how to protect themselves when need be. The last thing a parent wants is for their child to be subjected to crime and ultimately become a victim. Forrest Butch Boyer was what most would consider to be the epitome of a good father. Butch had always wanted to be a family man. Since he was a teenager growing up in Lee County, Alabama, he had long appreciated the way his family had always been his rock in life. When times were tough, Butch had always had his family to fall back on, leading him to want that for his children in the future. When his son Brett was born, Butch felt like the happiest man alive. He vowed to always take care of Brett and ensure to put his son first in every aspect of life. And Butch kept his promise to the best of his ability. But sometimes, as Butch would come to learn, life is unpredictable. Sometimes, no amount of effort can stop things from happening. There are a few general motives of crime: jealousy, anger, love. But perhaps one of the most confusing types of crimes is those that are committed out of the apparent need for cash. Most people have financial issues at least once or twice in their lives. But what drives someone to committing violent crimes in an effort to get their hands on a little extra money? The short answer is desperation. The kind of desperation that makes someone forget their morals. That kind of desperation can corrupt a certain type of person. One who may not feel any regret or guilt for their actions. Someone like Michael Carruth. Michael Carruth was a Lee County, Alabama local, just like Butch. But the two men lived extremely different lives. Where Butch was a family man who prided himself on his fair and respectable parenting strategies, Michael was a self-proclaimed lone wolf. Michael was married, though he never had children, as it interfered with his lifestyle. Michael was a bounty hunter who worked for his wife's company, Tri-County Bonding, and spent his days tracking down the people who owed money. Ironically enough, Michael himself never felt as though he could appropriately keep up with his own bills. In fact, he was almost always behind on payments, and would constantly find himself looking for new ways to get his hands on some extra cash. And eventually, desperation set in. Well, desperation combined with a desire to chase a thrill. Late in the evening of Sunday, February 17th, 2002, Butch heard a knock at his door. Butch's family did not often have visitors show up in the middle of the night, so he assumed that there must have been some kind of emergency. Butch and his son Brett had been spending time talking with each other before bed, and had no idea what was waiting for them on the other side of the door. When Butch opened the front door, he was met face to face with Michael Carruth. Michael, of course, knew that Butch would have no idea who he was, and so he introduced himself as a narcotics officer and informed Butch that he was under arrest for having illicit drugs in his possession. Though Butch had no idea what kind of association to drugs Michael was talking about, he was nonetheless careful to follow Michael's directions, even when Michael insisted that Brett come into custody with them. Michael was not alone as he forced Butch and Brett into the back seat of his car. Rather, the 43-year-old bounty hunter was accompanied by a 22-year-old family friend by the name of Jimmy Lee Brooks Jr., who had been in and out of jail frequently by early 2002. Together, the two men had decided last minute to lure Butch away from the safety of his home in an effort to rob him. You see, Butch owned a used car lot and was known to carry large sums of cash on his person, before and after work. Attacking Butch had been Michael's idea originally, and neither of the men had intended for 12-year-old Brett to come along with them. However, since Brett had been awake and aware of the situation, they found that they had no choice but to take the boy with them. From the moment Butch and Brett had been forced into Michael's car, Butch knew that something was terribly, terribly wrong. So when Michael got into his face and ordered him to empty his wallet, Butch politely and cautiously obliged. Butch gave Michael and Jimmy every cent he had on him, down to the coins at the bottom of his pockets. But Michael and Jimmy wanted more. They had targeted Butch because they heard he had a safe in his home with $100,000 in cash. When they interrogated him about it, Butch denied owning a safe, but hoping to placate the kidnappers,